Are the Raiders really about to make a monster move that could change their season's fate? It's the kind of trade talk that stops you in your tracks and gets your heart pounding. Picture this: Jacoby Myers, the Raiders' consistent wide receiver, potentially packing his bags and heading to the San Francisco 49ers. With the trade deadline approaching on November 5th, both teams are facing challenges. The Raiders seek to rebuild, while the 49ers are battling injury woes in their receiving lineup. NFL analyst Gilberto Manzano has fueled the rumor mill, suggesting the Raiders could trade Myers for a sixth-round pick, giving each team something they need desperately. Could this be the deal that both teams have been waiting for? Let's dive deep into what this means for the Raiders, the 49ers, and the future of both franchises. If you're as intrigued as I am, leave a comment with your thoughts, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for all things Raiders today. Will the Raiders take a leap of faith to reshape their future, or will they stand by their roster and ride out the season? As the trade deadline looms, the Raiders find themselves facing big decisions that could set the tone for years to come. With a season that hasn't gone as planned, they're eyeing possible trades to bring fresh momentum and add value to their roster. The proposed trade on everyone's mind? Jacoby Myers, a steady and skilled wide receiver, could be on his way to the 49ers. This isn't just any trade. It's one that has the potential to change the playoff landscape for the 49ers and reshape the Raiders roster for future success. The 49ers, grappling with a series of injuries to their star receivers, are in need of reliable talent. And for the Raiders, Myers represents a valuable asset they might be willing to part with for the right price. Let's dig into the motivations behind this potential deal, the benefits each team stands to gain, and what a move like this would mean for the Raiders' long-term game plan. Could this be the pivotal moment for both franchises, or will it fall through the cracks of speculation? The Raiders, coming off a tough season, are clearly at a crossroads. With a roster that hasn't delivered as hoped, they're exploring all avenues to rebuild. General Manager Tom Tesco has already made big moves, like trading wide receiver Davante Adams, signaling that no player is untouchable in the quest for future strength. For a team aiming to get back on track, parting with Myers might not be an easy call, but the payoff could be worth it. A sixth-round pick might seem modest, but it could contribute to the Raiders' long-term flexibility. In a league where draft capital can mean the difference between rebuilding and stagnation, every pick counts. But is Myers' value more than just his draft potential? Having been a consistent performer, even when paired with struggling quarterbacks, Myers' track record speaks for itself. Trading him means losing a player who brings stability, especially in a season where finding rhythm has been a struggle. The 49ers, on the other hand, are in a different situation entirely. Despite their strong start, injuries have hit them hard, particularly at wide receiver. With stars like Deebo Samuel, Jalen Jennings, and Brandon Ayuk facing time off the field, the team is desperate to maintain their playoff momentum. A player like Jacoby Myers could provide that stability. Known for his reliability and adaptability, Myers has a history of putting up solid numbers even with inconsistent quarterback play. For the 49ers, adding a wide receiver of his caliber would be a game-changer, giving them the depth they need to cover Ayuk's injury. A trade like this wouldn't just benefit the 49ers in the short term. It could set them up for success well into next season. Myers' contract runs through 2025, making him a valuable long-term asset for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. Would he be the missing piece the 49ers need? NFL analyst Gilberto Manzano of Sports Illustrated recently sparked the conversation by suggesting this trade scenario. According to Manzano, the Raiders stand to gain from bolstering their draft options, and the 49ers could gain an invaluable player who can keep their offense rolling. Manzano's proposal centers around the Raiders' need to prioritize future growth over present challenges. With a sixth-round draft pick in hand, the Raiders would have more capital to work with in the upcoming drafts. And while a sixth-round pick may not seem significant for a team in rebuild mode, it's all about accumulating assets. On the 49ers side, Manzano believes Myers could be a powerful addition to their offense. His past performances show he's not just any wide receiver. He's a dependable playmaker who thrives even in tough conditions. With his experience and the 49ers' current receiver struggles, the match seems like a win-win. Jacoby Myers isn't just a placeholder in the wide receiver lineup. Over 3 seasons, he's posted over 800 receiving yards each year, proving his ability to make plays regardless of who's throwing the ball. For Myers, this potential trade represents a new chapter and a fresh opportunity to thrive. With the Raiders, he's been a key player in an offense that hasn't found its groove this season. Transitioning to a contender like the 49ers could be the boost he needs to make his mark in the league. The Raiders have benefited from his steady contributions, but Myers' departure would mark the end of an era for the team. His consistent stats and reliable hands have been a rare constant, making the idea of trading him all the more complex. For the Raiders, a 6th-round pick could open new doors in 2025, adding more strategic flexibility. In the NFL, every draft pick has the potential to bring in young talent, and the Raiders are in the market for players who can make a difference. With an eye toward the future, Tesco's strategy is to gather as much draft capital as possible. Trading Myers could be another step toward building a roster that can compete at a high level in the coming seasons. Though fans might be hesitant to see Myers go, the benefits of gaining another draft pick are undeniable. This trade could be the piece that strengthens their future roster and lays the foundation for a renewed Raiders lineup. For the 49ers, acquiring Myers would bring more than just an extra wide receiver. It would bring experience and reliability, both crucial in their current situation. With the playoffs on the horizon, every game counts, and adding Myers to the lineup could be a game-changing move. The 49ers aren't looking for just any player. They need someone who can step in immediately and produce results. Myers has shown he can adapt to various quarterback situations, which makes him an ideal candidate for San Francisco's offensive needs. By providing a stable presence, Myers would offer a lifeline to a team that's seen its stars sidelined. For a franchise with high expectations, this trade could be the missing puzzle piece to complete their playoff picture. Could this be the trade that brings the Raiders closer to a stronger, more competitive team? Or will they hold on to Myers and hope he can make an impact this season? The November 5th trade deadline is fast approaching, and soon we'll know the fate of this potential deal. What do you think? Should the Raiders trade Jacoby Myers for a 6th-round pick? Or is his value too high to let him go? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with all the Raiders news and the latest Raiders Today developments. Stay tuned.